Hey gamers, I am Sybersnake7. Hope we're all well, guys. Back with another video. Yep, I've got more pickups for you to show you guys. I know it's only 5 weeks away from Blackpool, and yes, I should be saving my money, but it's just really difficult to do. You see things, you want things, you have to buy them. That's the way I have to look at it. But this is just the start of things. Obviously, all this is Nintendo goodness, obviously games, and I've got a few related Nintendo items to show you here. And then I've got a couple of other videos with items that I've purchased recently off a YouTuber, and also a couple of next gen titles, but I'll get into that into another video. So this video is all Super Nintendo and Nintendo related items. Now the first two items I'm going to show you, a couple of weekends ago I went to the memorabilia fair at the NEC in Birmingham. And it's all to do with obviously film memorabilia. You got people signing stuff, and you got like stalls selling all toys, old and new. And you had a couple of retro game stores there, but to be honest, nothing really grabbed me. And there was all overpriced as per usual, and obviously nothing that I'd really want to add to my collection. And the quality weren't as good, especially where where I'm like. I like it to be really good condition, and the condition weren't very good for the prices that I was asking for. But obviously it was a good day overall, absolutely jam-packed. Went with a wife, took the wife for the first time. She wanted to go to one of these memorabilia fairs, because I do like to try and go once a year if I can. But I didn't leave empty-handed. I actually walked away with something, and it's something I don't rarely buy, but I thought there was just a couple of nice additions to add to my slowly growing collection of what I'm about to show you. Now, I bought some plushies. Now, I've just dropped one on the floor, so hang fire. There we go. Now, I bought a couple of plushies. They are quite nice little items to have, and there's a few more that I want to get, probably about 5 in total. But these weren't too bad, and I didn't pay the earth for them. So I picked up firstly Toad, and then secondly Wario. So they're not too bad, good size. I like these kind of plushies, that size. I don't like the smaller ones, but you know, it was not too bad at the end of the day. At least I got something from there, and it weren't a wasted journey. So 2 plushies, guys. On the floor they go. So the second item, obviously everybody knows that I've got an American NTSC Super Nintendo, but it was unboxed because I've been having trouble trying to get one boxed, because they are quite pricey, and obviously trying to import one, they're asking crazy prices to get it imported. So I was lucky enough to come across this, which is an NTSC Super Nintendo box, which is obviously the Super Mario World edition, and the box is in really nice condition, as you can see. Box porn, but the big variety. But as I say, I picked this up about a week ago off eBay, and it was still quite pricey. £30 I paid for this, but it's all it's in it. It's got the manuals for the system, and obviously inside as well. I've also bought the Mario game itself, because the cartridge obviously wasn't in the pack. But I know I've got it in my collection up there, but I wanted it as part of the pack because I'm trying to build this up. So I've got the system, I've got the game and the paperwork. All I need is one controller now, and then I've got basically a boxed Super Nintendo system. So real happy to have that. So in future I'm definitely going to go and try and buy another system, but I've got my eye on one at the moment that comes with something else. But whether I get that before Blackpool is another thing entirely. But yeah, nice Super Nintendo box. I'm well happy to have that. And now let's talk about some games. Now I've got 4 Super Nintendo NTSC games to add to the collection. One I got last week, as I said, and the other 3 are a package that I got from America, and there's a story behind them, which is, you know, good and bad news sort of thing. So firstly, this one I got last Thursday, I think, and I've been after this ever since I got, obviously, Double Dragon versus Battletoads, or Battletoads versus Double Dragon, whatever the case may be. I wanted this, which is obviously Battletoads Battle Maniacs. Now, obviously, I've been looking for this for a while, in really good condition, and here we go, more box porn for you, in real good condition. You got minor shelf wear, but obviously everywhere else is absolutely pristine. See, as you can see, I've got that little dent there, but what can I do? I'd love perfection, but I'm quite happy to have this because I didn't really pay over the odds for it either, and I did get it in the UK, so to be honest, I'm quite happy to have this fully complete. Everything's in it, and the game is absolutely top notch. Rock hard game as per usual, playing it yesterday, getting frustrated as hell, but still a brilliant addition to add to my NTSC collection, and in fantastic condition as far as I'm concerned. So there's Battletoads in Battle Maniacs. Now comes the story of the 3 Super Nintendo games I got from America. Excuse me, got a sore throat again. Right, I bought these probably about a month and a half ago. Now the guy, you know, he does sell some good quality NTSC Super Nintendo games boxed and complete. Now obviously I did a deal with him out of eBay, and basically I bought 3 games off him, and what I did, rather than pay the import charge, he put an item up for $15. I bought the item as $15, 3 games, so we'd obviously bypass the import charge, and also obviously the PayPal charges, so we'll just say eBay charges. And I thought I got a good deal out, because obviously I brought him down from the price that he originally wanted, and you know, I saved myself nearly £100, so I thought I was doing good at the time. So obviously these items turned up, and I got them, received them at my parents' house, and I seen this Jiffy bag, and I'm thinking, please don't tell me there's 3 Super Nintendo games in a Jiffy bag from the United States. And I opened them up, and lo and behold, it was 3 Super Nintendo games in a Jiffy bag. Not a box, not a carton, a Jiffy bag. And my face just dropped, because anybody who collects for Super Nintendo and they like good quality boxed games, you know, when you pay that sort of money for a game or games, and you get them sent the way they were sent, it really, really annoys you. Well, it certainly annoyed me. I was absolutely livid the way they turned up. So I checked out the games. I'll get to the games in a bit, and I went absolutely ballistic. I was, you know, onto the buyer. What are you doing? What's going on? Why have you sent them in a Jiffy bag? No, full well, you know, the price I've paid. You know, the items, they needed to be fully protected. Blah blah blah. And basically, you know, after a good long conversation, the guy was honest, and it was, to be honest, I believe the guy, because he says he sends all over the world, and he literally puts them in carts, or special carts to stick them in, so they get to where they got to go. And he said he's never had any complaints, and I tend to believe him at the end of the day. But the story goes, he swore he sent them in like a big cart, so they're well protected, and I received them in a Jiffy bag. But going back to when I got the Jiffy bag, I opened the Jiffy bag and out pulled an eBay card saying that the items had been checked and then repackaged and sent. Now the only scenario I can think of is that did come in a cart, and these carts where you rip them open and then you can't reseal them. So they couldn't reseal the cart, so they just got the 3 boxes, shoved them in a Jiffy bag, and just posted them to me. So basically, there's nothing I can do concerning getting a refund off eBay, because obviously I bought the item for $15. So if I put a complaint in, I'd only get $15. I wouldn't get anything more. So that was my fault in terms of the way I bought them. So in future, if I buy anything, it's going to be legit, and I'm going to pay the price. If I want the game, I'm going to pay the import charge. I'm going to pay through the nose to get the game properly. So if I have any issues in future, I can complain to eBay, get my money back, do whatever. But I've got the games. 2 are in really good condition, and the 1 has suffered a little bit, which I'm really gutted about. But let's get on with the games, eh? Now what we'll do, we'll start with the one that actually bit the bullet. And it's a game I've been after for a long, long time, and it's obviously a 2D fighter. But as I say, to try and find this in boxed and complete ain't easy, as far as I'm concerned. And I found one, and it's in really, really good condition. and it is obviously Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Fighting Edition. Now, at first glance, it don't look too bad, but if I tilt it like that, and you can see, I'll just push it together, you can see exactly what I'm talking about. The entire box in the package was crushed from the top, so the whole top was smashed up like that. You got all dents at the front, a complete like crease right all the way down the front there like that. But apart from that, the actual game is in fully complete condition. But that, I was absolutely devastated to see that. You know, I pay the money and I get it sent to me from eBay like that. I was pretty peed off about it. So I've got the game, but it's going to sit in the collection until I can pick myself another one up. And I will pick myself another one up, there's no two ways about it. I can't live with having a game of that standard in my collection. It's just way beyond my, you know, interpretation of being a quality game. The game's brilliant, but the actual box is just smashed. So that's box number one, the one that bit the bullet. Now the other two, thankfully, especially the one I'm going to show you lastly, is in good condition. But the second game I bought is Flashback, and this is absolutely in top condition, and it obviously got away with it. I love the artwork on the original Flashback anyway. I bought the Genesis version first, and I wanted this on the NTSC Super Nintendo, so I ended up buying it on the Super Nintendo, and it's fully complete, not an issue, not a problem. And it's an absolutely superb game. The FMV, when you start the game, it runs slower than the Genesis version. Don't know why, but the game itself plays through exactly the same as far as I'm concerned. But absolutely top-notch game. Brilliant to have it into the collection. And there is Flashback. Now, I'll spend the last 3 minutes on this game, because this game I've wanted in the collection forever. I'm not a massive RPG fan, but when it comes to Mario, I like to have my Mario games. Now this one I've waited and waited, and I got this for a fairly decent price in the package that I paid. But I've actually got myself, still in the wrapper, as you can see, Mario RPG, the 7-star, Legend of the 7 Stars. And this is obviously in part sealed condition still, obviously. You got everything in it, absolutely everything. You know, the booklets, the instructions, the game, the baggie, it is absolutely 100% complete, and I'm absolutely happy as Larry to own this and have this as part of my collection, believe me. But as I say, I'm not a massive RPG fan, but I've wanted this game in the collection for a long, long time. So obviously there ain't going to be that many RPGs I'll have. There's probably about another 4 I'll get, because I'm more action based than platform. So, but there you have it, guys. There is a game, and a gem of a game that I've got in my collection at last. That's the Super Mario RPG Legend of the 7 Stars. Absolutely happy as Larry to have that. And there, guys, is my Super Nintendo pickups. Now I will be back with another video this week to continue my Super Nintendo collection. So keep your eyes peeled for that, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the video. And as per usual, guys, I am Sybersnake 7. Keep playing and keep watching.